Turn on a reference over here.
Over to you.
Hey. We are live. We got Master None Podcast, episode 171. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. It is what time? 7:04 p.m. Synchronized watches. We are here. Berto is doing a little bit of work behind the boards. Twiz is en route. But real quick, guys, we appreciate everybody that's in the chat, everybody that watches live, everybody that's able to tune in and participate in the chat. We really do appreciate you guys, whether that's Twitch, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Kick. All of those are places you can catch our live stream of the video. And you can always catch our video versions in the archive that's on the YouTube channel. And it stays on Twitch for about 30 days, and it's also getting posted to Rumble. So if you can't watch the video version, you have to listen to the audio version. Feel free to always check us out on Spotify. You could check us out on Stitcher, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Store. You could check us out any and everywhere that you find your favorite audio podcasts on any platform. With that said, make sure that you jump into the Discord, you join the Discord, and you participate in the Discord so you can help us with topics. You can talk shit, react, respond to anything that we say, anything that you see on the episode, and we appreciate everybody there. There's meme, threads. There's all kinds of stuff. There's tech stuff that's talked about on there, gaming, whatever it is, sports, everything. So jump in there, join the Discord, and we appreciate everybody that's able to check in. So make sure you hit a thumbs up on this channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you share with a friend, and because what does it do? It helps our algorithm, and it gets us going in front of more people. So, Berto, the man Twiz has arrived. He has arrived. He's trying to be all discreet, but he's like a bull in a china shop over there, so I decided to just blow up his spot and announce that this gentleman has arrived. And we got Mr. Berto is going to come over here in one split second. So, we have a couple things that we're going to talk about. Number one, I'm going to start this podcast. I meant to start the episode with something different, but what I am going to do instead is kick it,
You can push it to Justin. There
yeah,
you go.
appreciate it.
There you go.
But
So,
at some point, can
No,
you
I got
just
you.
focus
I
that
got you.
one?
Yeah, I got you.
focus what?
That camera?
The main.
It's not focused?
Nah, I don't think so.
All right.
Switch it to the main.
Got you.
It's kind of blurry. There's that box around us. I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, it's definitely blurry.
Yeah, I mean, it was focused. I don't know what the fuck you did over there.
I just turned it back on. It was off. You left it off.
Oh, I left it off. All right.
Yeah. Don't worry. It's perfectly fine.
It can't be.
We're going to do it live. All right. But now I'm here, and I could fill in this space, all right? Because that's what they call me, the filler. That's what they used to call me back in the day. Now I'm a married man. I'm not feeling much. But back in the day, they used to call me Bobby Fills It All, all right? Yeah, I was like a welder, bro. There wasn't a fucking hole I couldn't patch. Oh, and yeah, you see, this is the perks of having Twiz here is that everything looks fine when he's here. He's centering me. Look at that. It's like a fucking motion picture. We got a ton of stuff to talk about today. Or maybe we don't have a ton of stuff to talk about. We'll see. But one of the things that it's so funny that we were having this conversation earlier today. It's like we can't stop talking about Britney Spears. It's like every time it's either we can't stop talking about her or she can't stop. She won't stop doing crazy shit that puts her in the eyes of the media.
Let's see. What do we got now? What is she doing now? Is she dancing with nunchucks? What's she doing?
No, I guess she's writing like a tell-all. What is it? Is it a documentary? Is it a tell-all?
I think it's like an autobiography, but it's not quite an autobiography because I don't think she's writing anything. I don't even know if she can write anymore.
Well, nobody writes their own shit, right?
Well, that's an autobiography. You write your own.
Is a tell-all even a thing, or is that just something that people call autobiography that exposes things?
Yeah, I think you got it right. I think it's an autobiography that exposes things because I think Super. Am I allowed to say that? Can I say that? We've said other stuff, but Superhead, whatever her real name is, because we only know her as that.
Oh, Corinne? Karen?
I don't remember her. She had a real name? I thought that was her birth name.
Yeah, exactly. That was.
She had a book too.
Yeah, but she had a book and. It was a tell-all book, but I think it was a biography. Am I tripping?
I don't know. You know, at first I was thought to myself, who approached her and was like, "You sucked a lot of celebrity dick. Can you?" But now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, of course they would approach her to write a book.
Oh, of course.
Like all the secrets she's gonna spill.
That was the original Selena Powell.
Yeah, facts. No, that's a damn. You
Yeah.
hit that on the head.
Hell yeah, bro. You crazy?
Boom.
But they're all following in the footsteps. She was the pioneer.
Yeah. She was blowing rappers years before Selena was even thinking about that.
Superhead
And she was
the
doing it before there was a
bro.
bunch of money in it too. There wasn't a bunch of. What happened? What's going on?
Nah, you're just a little fuzzy. We want to make sure that
Oh, I'm fuzzy wuzzy. There wasn't even any money in it when Superhead was doing it.
that's a fact.
Now Selena's doing it. There's like big money in it because now she's got her OnlyFans. She's like
Can we agree on one thing?
What?
She's shot.
She's gross.
She's not good looking.
I've never thought she was good looking.
She's not good looking.
Gross.
You know what I will say? I will give you just in the fact that she's so gross that that's what intrigues me. It's like the level
of perra, right?
Yeah, the level of perra. Yo, oh my God, you took the word out of my mouth. The fucking level of perra in her is just fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah. She just did a Plug Talk.
Yeah, I
Adam
know.
and Lena.
Yeah, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
just did a plug
Adam
talk.
did that?
Yeah.
After
he's
years
done
and
it already,
years-
I think.
He says he was
not on
never going
camera.
to do it and shit, and he said he hadn't done it because Lena and Selena, I can't believe I know this, but they had like a little tidbit before where Lena didn't like her, and that's why they couldn't film together. She wouldn't allow him to film
Like
with
a
her.
tiff, like a disagreement.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, but didn't they do a video where like they were just there and she like smashed
They
the-
did a video where she was there. They did a Plug Talk, but it wasn't Adam. It was another dude. They brought in Dredd.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who Dredd is.
I don't know who Dredd is.
No, who's Dredd?
Twist was like, yeah.
I don't-
And now he doesn't know who he
I
is.
don't know who Dredd is.
Who the hell is Dredd?
Dredd's a male actor.
Oh, so he's like Jason Love.
He's bigger, yeah. He's Jason Love.
He's bigger than Jason
He's
Love?
He's bigger than
Jesus
Jason
Christ.
Love. Dude, this guy's got a Louisville Slugger on him, bro. I'm telling you right now, he definitely has more blood than like the average person. He has to have more blood in his body because it's a miracle.
Or else he'd pass out to fill that thing up.
Exactly, yeah.
Jesus
Are you kidding
Christ.
me? This guy's got a fucking. I can't even think of this guy's got a fucking ferret on him.
A ferret?
A ferret, yeah. You know, you ever see a ferret and then somebody picks it up and it's way bigger than it?
Oh,
you
yeah,
thought
like
it
a
was
Maine
gonna be?
Coon cat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This guy's got a fucking tabby on him, bro.
Yo, before we get to, are we continuing on this topic? Because I wanted to talk about one of the coolest things that I ever seen happen to me yesterday.
Okay. Wait, so we're done.
Go ahead, continue.
I just want to read the comment that
Yes,
it's
please,
relevant
go
to
ahead.
this.
Go ahead.
Chris says respect. Doing it for the money is lame as fuck. Doing it for the love of the game is respectable. Looks like a Pringles can. Exactly. Chris knows Dredd.
Good Lord. And it's
You,
not
you,
the...
you know Dredd too. You're just not familiar with his stage name.
Maybe.
You don't know him by name.
I, for a fact, don't know Dredd. I just want to put that out there.
You've seen him.
Well, I have a confession to make here, guys. I am Dredd.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I don't know what his face looks like, even though he did an interview.
Well,
on
now
No
you do.
Jumper. Well, damn, I feel like this conversation should have gone elsewhere. I feel like now I'm going to interview you. Can we turn these chairs a little bit bigger? I want to know. How long does it go from empty to full? How long does it take?
Listen, man, it
Are
takes
you
some time.
You can't possibly leave the house with a loaded gun. You ain't got more than one shot in that thing.
Nah, sometimes you just got to lay upside down on a massage table and just let it hang.
Ah.
You just got to let gravity do the work sometimes, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Go ahead. Some of the coolest things in the world happened to you.
Dude, yesterday, remember I told you to and you were on the phone, both of you guys, and said that you could guess what happened to me yesterday.
Well,
Or what
Justin-
I saw yesterday.
That's not what happened.
We're on the phone, right? And we're talking about what we're going to talk about tonight. And
A little business conference.
Yeah, a little business conference. Twiz was telling us he's going to be late. None of us were surprised. I want to set the fucking tone. I want
Thank
to know.
you.
I want to know. I want you guys to know where we were in our conversation. So after Twiz tells us that he's not gonna be on time, Justin says, "Oh, don't forget to ask me." He goes, "I want you guys to ask me what happened to me on the way to work on Monday." He said, "You guys wouldn't fucking believe it, right?" And Twiz says that I don't know if that's true because me and Roberto have pretty vivid imaginations, right? And my first question was, what were you doing driving without your pants off, and why'd you have an erection? And how'd that turkey get in your car?
That's a fact.
Because that's what was going through my head. I said something crazy happened. Turkey comes through the windshield, lands on him. Now she's pregnant. I don't know. It's
Thanksgiving, here we come.
yeah.
Gobble, gobble.
I don't know what Twiz thought happened, but now none of us know. Twiz
right.
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
the audience doesn't know.
I could surmise, but you know.
What's that mean? Is that like you're good at tasting wine?
No.
What's that mean?
No, so that means like kind of estimate or assume.
I
think.
Yeah,
Use
based on
context
context clues. That's what I believe it means.
Context
too.
clues matter, man.
There you go.
Damn,
Well,
I'm
go
make a
ahead.
shirt like that. Context clues matter. But anyway, so what happened to me yesterday? I'm driving and I'm on the highway driving. I'm in the middle lane. And as I'm driving, it didn't even register in my mind it was like took 3 seconds. That's a long time for you to figure out what the hell is going on. Bro, I'm driving and I see this like, it was like a groundhog. If you guys have ever driven anywhere like, eastern part of Long Island and you see on the side of the road, there's these big groundhog gopher looking things that you'll see sometimes. They look like beavers with no tail.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Nah,
they're like
big.
They're like big, like ground mammals.
Okay,
Yeah. And so, not big. I shouldn't say big. They look like they weigh maybe like 6 pounds or something.
Nah, they get big.
Yeah. So,
They get big.
so I'm driving and I see one on the road. And dude, as I'm driving, a goddamn bald eagle comes swooping down and grabs that fucking thing off the highway and flies up in front of my car and goes up into the air.
Fucking
I
way.
swear on everything, bro. I swear on everything. I slowed down to like 40 miles an hour on the highway to watch this thing. Dude, it was one of the coolest things I ever seen. Call me a nerd. I grew up watching like Discovery Channel and National Geographic, and that is not a bird of prey that's common on Long Island. You'll see ospreys everywhere by the water, which that's a Seahawk. So the Seattle Seahawks, that's the same thing. So like it's a hawk that lives on the water. So you have you got those. You've got like I've seen like some falcons. I've seen some some hawks, stuff like that. Vultures even. But I've never seen
A bald eagle.
not a bald eagle hunting.
Yeah, I've seen him catch salmon on TV.
Bro.
Never seen him pick up a fucking.
Picked up this groundhog.
I really seen it.
Bro, it was crazy.
Damn. Did it see its shadow? Was it looking back on the way out? What are we looking at? Long winter?
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I should have checked. I'll tell you what he didn't see.
Yeah, he didn't see that fucking bald
He
eagle
didn't
coming.
see that bald eagle jack his ass. That's what he didn't see. But dude, it was so cool, man. I was like, it set the tone for my whole day.
That's super gangster. Can you imagine what it's like being an animal and just thinking you're grazing a field and all of a sudden a fucking dinosaur comes?
Bro,
and
I guarantee they're not
swoops you?
contemplating their pronouns.
No
because they're worried
fucking
about
way.
they're worried about bald eagles coming down. Like,
Yeah.
they got things to worry about.
When
you
your
know?
fucking Theo Pepe got picked up by fucking America's Finest
Yeah,
and you watch that shit happen, you don't forget that shit. You're looking over your shoulders every day.
that's right. And that thing's protected.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's crazy. Yeah, you can't,
Can't even do nothing to that thing.
you can't even do nothing to that
Can't
bird.
even retaliate. You know what I'm saying?
They will hang you in the street. That's worse than burning the flag.
Bro, it's witness protection.
Are you crazy?
Hey, bro.
Holy shit. You'll never go to Florida or Texas again. That's a
Telling
fucking
you.
fact.
But, dude, it
they'd
was-
have to hide you in California. I almost said something egregious. I almost said something crazy. I said with the rest of... All right.
But yeah, I just had to share that because I was like, that shit was crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
I have one more thing I wanted to talk about before
Let's
we
hear
get
it,
into more
man.
current events.
Let's hear it.
I got to be honest. I did not have the utmost confidence in what this man told me when I walked in the house.
Oh,
Berto looks at me and he tells me he's making cupcakes. Now, we can all make cupcakes. He starts to say that he bakes. I said, you don't bake, you follow the instructions on the box. I don't know if that constitutes as baking. He says, oh, I didn't use a box. I said, what? You made cupcakes from scratch.
yeah. Which
And he says yes,
yeah.
which apparently he developed this skill during the Schmannschmemic.
Yeah, during the Schmovich Schmeshmemic,
That's a fact.
I just I was going in with baking. I was making like everything, dude, like cheesecakes. I made both my daughter's birthday cakes during the pandemic. I was making like huge like cookies. That was like around the time where like my cookie dealer was like doing this thing. Remember we were talking about him?
Yeah.
I was like trying to make these like huge fucking cookies. I bought a stand mixer and I was just going off. I was making bread too.
Yeah.
I made like a couple like my chick's Peruvian, so like I make some like Peruvian like cookies too. I was
You made them little tart cookies?
yeah. With the dulce de leche inside.
What?
I made my own dulce de leche and everything. You know, dulce de leche is just fucking like condensed milk. Just like you just put it in a pot to boil for like 3 hours, and you open it, and that's what's inside. Dulce de leche just churns. It just like caramelizes and becomes like dulce de leche. I never knew that until I made. But yeah, I made those.
So you just reduce it, kind of.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what the fucking science behind it is. You put it in the can and everything. You don't even open it, and then you open it after a couple.
Really?
Hours. It's been boiling. Yeah. I didn't know that either until
That's
I made
definitely the Harlem version of how to make that.
it. Yeah, but it
That's,
comes out.
that's definitely the Uptown version.
I don't know, but yeah, I did a lot of baking during the Shmash Memory.
So with that said, I said, now you're telling me that, and they were done. So I said, now I have to have one before the podcast so I can give an honest review to the people.
Yeah,
I tried the cupcake. I wouldn't call it a cupcake. I would call it more so a muffin. But it was surprisingly good. Now, I don't want to say that, I don't want to discredit what I thought Roberto was capable of with an oven and an apron. But I was pleasantly surprised. Tastes like a sugar cookie, but a goddamn good sugar cookie, and there was no icing on it. Which
No
means
icing.
the cake itself was sweet.
so
I was surprised.
What's the difference between a muffin and a cupcake? Is it the density of the cake, or is it like is it the sweetness of it?
I think it's the density. It just reminded me of that. I don't know the scientific difference,
Yeah.
but it was definitely denser than a cupcake. But it was good. What are you laughing at?
In Twiz's expert opinion, nah, it's the density. It's the density and sweetness. Definitely, 100%.
Yeah. But I was surprised.
I'm happy that you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it.
I definitely didn't hate it.
Yeah, he tried to give me chocolate chip cookies.
Bro, I expected to eat that. I expected to see it, first of all. I didn't expect it to come out of the paper as well as it did. I didn't expect it to be evenly cooked all the way through.
Justin will have this thing, right? Where you'll tell him that you're doing some shit, and he will immediately believe that you're incapable of doing it.
Not true. Not true. That's a very specific thing. Anybody that's in the chat, anybody that's watching this, name one person you know, if you know anyone, that's not your grandma, that knows how to make cupcakes from scratch with no box.
I also think that like when you start making cakes in general, you just understand that like it's a very, very like basic like recipe to make. Like cakes, cookies, like they all come with the same shit. It's like they're all like the same shit with just like different variations. Maybe not cake and cookies, because
But cake,
cakes take
cupcakes,
less.
muffins.
Yeah, but cupcakes, cakes, muffins, it's like the same base.
I saved you some, Twiz. You want to try it?
Hell
Nah,
yeah,
I'm
you
good.
better try it, Twiz. Try it, bro. Matter of fact, we're live, bro. You got something right there?
No, just
Twiz,
be like-
try it, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Come on,
crazy,
Twiz.
bro. You're not gonna try.
All
It's
right,
not chocolate.
all right. God.
Yeah, man. Try this truffle.
Dan, that's weird. Why didn't you finish it?
Because I wanted to save some for him.
Okay, I'm not offended.
Yeah, don't be offended. What am I going to eat the whole goddamn thing? There's 3 of us. Who does that?
Nah, bro, y'all put the fix on.
I'm
No,
a good
there's
host.
nothing weird in there,
Put the fix. All right, let me.
and it won't make you feel funny. I promise.
It better not.
Not at least you're driving home.
All right. Wake up 2 days later in a tub of
Okay.
ice.
With your swollen asshole. Put the camera on you. We want to watch you eat it.
I don't want to be on camera.
You don't have to be.
All right, it's fine. I'm on camera. What's up?
Look at Twiz. Say what's up to the people one time,
How
man.
you doing? What's
Show
up?
them the cupcake, man.
What's up? This is what's left. This is what's left
All right, that's one bite right there, man.
of a cupcake.
One bite.
This
Everybody
is
knows
2
the rules.
bites. I got a little mouth. Pause.
Go ahead. Put that little mouth to work.
But let's see what that little mouth do.
Yo. Oh my
Yo.
God.
Go ahead, man.
Oh God. All right. Okay. I sniff everything before I eat it, just for the record. So.
Oh, you hear that, ladies?
I guess I'm not the only gap filler here, huh?
Oh. See? Not a cupcake, right? It's kind of a hybrid.
It's definitely giving. That's what the ladies say. It's definitely giving.
It's
It's definitely giving corn muffin,
but sugar cookie,
but sugar.
right?
Yo, this conversation really took a turn for the worse.
No,
I'm starting to feel like
no.
I'm starting to feel like I've been set up.
but it's good.
I've been bamboozled. I'm being maligned.
You're not.
I'm being maligned. I
I
will
will
not be
never do
maligned.
that. Yo, the fact that it rose in the oven, I'm impressed enough.
Nah,
My shit would have came out concave like a flan. Shit would have came out like a
that's
flan.
crazy.
Nah. Here's what I'm gonna give you. Let me bring it back. Let me pull it back. All right. It's definitely muffin-esque. However, it's definitely sugar cookie. It's like a muffin and a sugar cookie got together, had a one night stand, and then 3 months later, the muffin was like, "Yo, sugar baby, you knocked me out."
And my muffin came out.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, it was good. Nah, it was definitely good. I think.
Yo, you look upset. Berto's offended.
Nah, because he thinks we're trying to play him and we're not.
Yo, we're not. I swear to God.
I don't think you guys are trying to play me.
You're thinking in your head, he's like,
Look, everybody in the chat is going crazy right now.
I know what I did wrong. I know why I came out that dense too. And I shouldn't have done it.
I'll tell you what. You know what it is? It's a muffin that identifies as a cupcake.
Yeah, you guys better fucking like it, or else you're fucking bigots to both of you.
Best muffin, best cupcake. If it's a cupcake, it's a cupcake, all right?
Yo,
You better call it a fucking cupcake.
Yeah.
I think it needed more egg.
I don't know. I don't know what it needed.
I
just
think,
talking
I'm
shit.
going to keep it a
just
stack.
talking
You
shit.
know what I think happened?
What's up?
So I know what happened. I didn't have cupcake like cups, right? So I went to the grocery store. When I went to the grocery store, I turned the stand mixer all the way down. I should have turned it off.
Wait a minute.
overmixed it.
Time out. You left it mixing and left the house and you went somewhere? You got in the car and drove somewhere while the mixer was mixing the muffins?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nah, that's the sign of a professional. He knows what he's doing.
That's not that crazy. It's the supermarket's down the street. It's at the corner. And
It's literally at the corner.
yeah, it's literally at the corner. And when you mix something, when you mix like eggs, it introduces like more air, makes it fluffier. But when you over mix it, it becomes dense. So there's a fine line.
Yep.
So that's what happened. I shouldn't have left it mixing on zero. I thought I'd be in and out of the store quicker, but my daughter wanted to come with me. And you add a kid to any fucking trip, it adds time to
Add
it.
45 minutes.
Yeah, get her out of the car, into the car. She doesn't walk as fast as I do, you know.
Easy.
So, but that was my mistake. But you know what? I did it for her, and I guess it came out like a little dense. But as long as they were edible and good, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
I still have a chance to redeem myself.
Listen, the flavor is there, and that's what matters. That's what I'd rather it be a sugar cookie muffin
Yeah,
than be a disgusting cupcake.
yeah, or something hard.
Yeah. Dude, that's so funny that you turned it on and left the house. What if you got pulled over and you came home to pizza dough?
No. My mother-in-law was home.
Oh, no, that's lit.
Oh, that's a different
imagine that.
story. There was somebody home.
Imagine that, bro.
Yeah, so what's the chat
A
saying?
sugar cookie muffin pizza? What?
What's the chat saying?
Hold on. Let me
Say here it's a muffin or a cream pie.
Rabs said, "Hey, yo." And then Chris said he could make a cake from scratch. Mama Brooks is just dying laughing.
Yeah, I'm sure Chris can make it. Yo, it's honestly, I don't even want to big myself up. It's not a difficult task.
No, it is.
It's not easy.
Listen, it's not. You have to have a baker's touch. Anybody can get the ingredients and put the components together, but in order to get that dough to rise the right way, in order to get that thing to fluff the right way, you gotta have that touch.
I don't think I got a baker's touch. I think I'm just good at following instructions and remembering them.
For a sugar cookie muffin.
Yeah.
We made a muffin, right?
I thought it was a cupcake. Wait a second. Ain't a cupcake just cake inside of like a cup form?
Yeah.
Essentially.
But cake is dense, no?
No.
I got to taste
That's
it
not
myself.
cake.
I haven't tasted them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Let's get away from my fucking sugar cupcake.
Muffin.
My sugar muffin.
Yo, but it was good.
You guys want to talk about Airbnb? No more bakery jokes, right?
Yo, let's do it.
You guys wanna get it? I'm going to make brownies one of these days. That's my fucking...
That's your go-to?
That's my go-to.
I tell you, Bobby's wings I need some of Bobby's wings.
If I want to open you up, if I want to take you out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Butter you up, I'm coming in with the cupcakes. But let's talk about Airbnb because
Let's do it.
apparently Airbnb's losing money. And I don't know about you guys, but I remember when Airbnb was like the affordable option. When it was like, this is, not only is it more convenient, but it's also cheaper than going to the hotels.
That was before the hotel tax.
Yeah.
Once the government got involved and put a hotel tax on them, then they had to raise their prices. They had to now, but go ahead.
Well, it brings us to where we kind of are now, where they're just as expensive as hotels, if not more expensive. And there's also like this like large development, in my opinion, on like the rule set of like what was. I went to an Airbnb a couple months ago. I was in Florida, and this Airbnb had like all these like rules of like all the things you have to clean before you leave the house. And I don't understand why like somebody like I'm not when I go to a hotel, I'm not cleaning anything. Like someone's gonna come and take care of that. Like I don't want to come over here and clean anything either. Like y'all should just pay somebody to do this.
Yeah, they'll probably be like, okay, then you can't use the kitchen. You can't use the amenities that a hotel doesn't have.
But you could get a hotel room that has like you could get like if you get like a villa or you get like a suite, like not even a villa, but a suite. A suite has a kitchen in it.
Yeah, but that's very rare in a hotel. Like unless you go to like the Resident Inn or something like that, like the Marriott, where the rooms have kitchens in them and they're designed
Kitchenette.
for long-term stay.
Yeah, but
Kitchenette.
Those people come in and clean. Like their expectation
true.
is not for you to clean. You know what I'm saying? There's like fines on it. I don't know. And then Twitch told us the fact.
No. I was wrong. I just checked it. I said allegedly. Thank God.
Never mind. I'm not going to spew that.
Thank
fact
the
out
Lord.
loud.
Yeah.
So it wasn't. If you want, I could clarify if you want me to.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I thought it was 80% of the business was in New York. No, they lost 80% of its business in March 2020. And now the CFO explains how it landed on the Fortune 500 for the first time. That's what it was.
So that's what That's what it is. They lost 80. They're down 80% in profit.
They in 2022 they were down 80%, and they made it back up to the Fortune 500 list. But
But that kind of makes sense, right?
No, hold
For
on.
them to have lost money in 2022.
Hold on a minute.
Tail end of the pandemic.
I mean, not necessarily. I would think that they would have made more money with people renting spaces and moving out and spreading out.
But people probably went out slowly, right? Drags on to the end of the year.
I think it just comes down to a lot of the facts. The fact that it's not what it once was. I've stayed in a lot of Airbnbs. I've stayed in like 8. I've stayed in them in California, Boston, Costa Rica, Mexico. I mean, in the country, out of the country, Eastern Long Island, New York City. And I've always had great experiences. Like, I mean, great experiences. You know, I think that you just have to go with a super host and you have to see what other things they offer. Like when I went to California, the one that I got included a parking pass. So when I rented a car, I had a parking pass to park residentially as if I lived there.
That's fire.
The Airbnb guy said it's included. He's like,
that's one thing I will say. Although the Airbnb had stupid rules that I didn't agree with, that I thought they should have just paid, like, you know, added to the cost of the Airbnb and, you know, outsourced the work effort. They did have a lot of amenities. Like the Airbnb I got in Florida was in like its own community. So it had like the community pool, it had like private parking. It was all gated.
yeah, that's big.
Like,
It's secure.
yeah, it had like a playground in it.
I think that's worth not being a pig, right? I think it's worth like cleaning up after yourself, right? Taking the garbage out and not like leaving burnt shit on the pans and in the kitchen, right?
No, not necessarily. That doesn't. It's not like one or the other, right? It's kind of like this is just not the standard for when you staying at a place like a hotel. I know,
But it's not a hotel.
No. I understand that they're not hotels, right? But that's like the standard, right? That there's a service that comes in after you and cleans it up for the upcoming guest.
Yeah.
I'm not like expected to do something, and then if I don't do it up to their standard, I'm then charged.
What would they want you to do? What were the stipulations? Like take out the
Take
garbage.
out all the garbage.
That's fair. What else?
Wash all the dishes. I think it was just like clean the kitchen essentially.
Fair.
No, it's not fair. It's like I don't want to do anything.
And it's not you. They're doing that for the people that leave a crazy, disgusting mess. I'm sure that evolved into that.
Yeah, possibly. It's not going to be for like somebody like myself because I'm not making a mess in there. You know,
Yeah.
I'm going.
So that's not necessarily for you.
Even the,
You know.
even the garbage bag. They didn't. I don't think that this was like this one specifically didn't have any garbage bags. I had to go buy garbage bags. Wasn't a big deal. And I'm not going to live with the garbage in the place anyways. I'm going to take out the garbage because I'm not a fucking animal. But it was just like the fact that that there was like this like rule that you had to clean, and if you didn't, you were charged more money. That just turned me off.
Yeah, those are people that are cheaping out. I know a bunch of people that like hosted rooms for B&B, and like they definitely like like had cleaners. Like I've had conversations with my boys and some of my homegirls that are in that line of business, and they're like, yeah, I got a cleaner to I got 1 or 2 units, and I have a cleaner that comes and they clean each unit, on whatever day, and then I take care of this and that, and sometimes they don't even live in the same state. So for some people, I think that's Airbnb on a budget, but not for the rentee.
Well, they had a cleaner because when I was leaving, I left at the last minute. Somebody else came in already, and but they just didn't do those things. They just remade the beds, vacuumed the floor, did all that stuff.
It's probably a minimal cleaning company that they'd like to hire instead of like some high-end cleaner to clean up. What's that?
I read the chat.
What did they got?
Said, Twisty, you not low. I see that light on now because before he said that the light was off. Twitch the camera, flick the light.
Yo, Rab, don't do me like that. Don't tell my don't tell my secrets,
though.
Twist
has been exposed. I don't know. Have you ever had a poor experience at Airbnb?
I actually one time, and it wasn't the worst experience, but it wasn't good because of the weather. I stayed at a place in New York City. We were going out to eat at this place. I think we saw a show, and we didn't want to drive home. So I get this Airbnb in Manhattan. First of all, the person, the host, was some woman. Let's say her name was Susan, right? So it's cool. We're corresponding. Everything's cool. It's here, the lockbox. When you get there, park over here. The lockbox is located at X location across from the apartment. Just here's the code. Okay, cool. Which those are my preferences. I prefer not to have a person up my ass. It's weird to walk by somebody all the time. It's like weird. I'd rather never meet the host. Those are my favorite ones.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'll go do it. When I tell you, it was around New Year's. It was the coldest night I can remember being outside. I swear to God. It was the coldest. Like any part of your face that was exposed hurt. I swear to God, it was like that cold where you had your scarf like over your nose to where like your breath is turning into like it's like condensation.
You had a scarf
on your dude. It was that cold.
Oh, you got money.
Yeah, when you got bust out, he had that fucking camel shit too. That cashmere shit.
Check this.
He bust out that cashmere.
So it's cold, and we're at the apartment. I locate the lockbox, right? I go to unlock it. Yo, the shit is frozen solid.
The lockbox?
I can't rotate.
Oh my God.
The numbers. So I'm trying to spin them and they're frozen, and it's so cold out, I'm losing dexterity in my fingers. Like my fingers aren't doing what I want them to do.
Dude, sounds like a fucking horror
Dude,
movie.
I take my phone out and my phone's like, it's like not working because it's so cold out. I had to go into the place across the street just to call the guy because my touchscreen wasn't working. Because it was so
goddamn
goddamn
the day
cold.
after tomorrow?
No, I'm telling you.
Wow.
It was so cold, bro. I couldn't believe it, how cold it was. I remember saying, I'm like, this is crazy. Shit is locked. I'm calling. Finally, I speak to the person. It's some guy that's like, hello. And I'm like, what? The person I've been typing with said like her name was like Marianne or something.
Yeah.
And it was like this picture of this white lady like, she'll go on Martha Stewart and shit.
Nah, he's talking to Sven.
Bro, this guy sounded like he was about to be like, good luck. I'm like, well, who am I talking to, bro? I was talking to, I don't know who the hell this guy was. But he's like, yeah, it's the key. It's in the lockbox. And I'm like, yeah, it's not working. I was like, it's frozen, dude. Like, what? Is there another key? Can somebody come here? And this dude was it was like nighttime on his side of the world or whatever the fuck.
Oh, man.
So I'm like, oh, my God, are you kidding me? So I see this deli. I'm like, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over there and I'm going to get a hot water like for tea. Ooh. And I'll pour it on the lock.
Yeah, dangerous game.
I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, let me go. Because they were the metal dial buttons like a briefcase. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right.
That's a master lock.
I go and I get it. I pour it on there and it's good. I get the first number. I go to the second one. I see it freezing right in front of my eyes. So I only get the first number. And there's like 6 numbers on this goddamn thing. So I go and I get another cup and I come back and I pour it on and I get the second one and then the third one. Like I'm looking at the numbers and trying to memorize the numbers so that I don't have to reference them because I have no time. It took me like 5 trips to this deli of getting hot water. I was getting the biggest cup they have. And it was just me. I was like, I couldn't. Like, I can't carry anything. Like,
Christ,
bro,
dude.
It was so cold. Finally, I got it open. So I get in. It's this bare-ass apartment, which is fine. There's nothing going on. It said it was a double bed, and it was really like a slightly bigger twin. Like, I'm like, what the hell is it? Was like in between. It was some in between. I don't know if it was like French size. I don't know what it was.
Some
but
European shit.
Yeah.
It was an Alaskan twin.
Exactly. It was something exactly.
Yeah, the California twin.
For real. California twin. That's exactly what it was. It was a Siamese twin. So I'm like, all right, damn. We're in there, bro. When I tell you, there were no blankets. And it was the coldest day, and the window was like painted shut or painted stuck, and it was open like a 1/4 inch. So this is draft coming in. Yo, I find 2 blankets in like the closet. Bro, I take them down. They smelled like skin. Like they hadn't been washed. Like they just smelled like people.
Yeah.
Dude, when I tell you it was so fucking cold, and it was so late because we went out after that and then came back, and I'm like, I was drinking. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm going to bed.
I bought enough hot fucking cups of water.
Yeah. So, bro, we use them blankets anyway, like survival type shit.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Bro, it was ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous. I left him a shitty review and stuff, but that was my only poor experience. And we only were there to sleep. So that was it. So it was like we were there, you know, we were cold while we slept, you know, but that was really it. I felt like I was camping, but I was inside.
I always book like shitty hotels because I'm only planning to go there to sleep anyways.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I hate shitty hotels.
I don't want to. I'm not staying in the hotel.
My Airbnbs, otherwise, I had great experiences. Costa Rica was incredible. Incredible. We were there for like 11 days. And the Airbnb, and it was
11 days?
Yeah, dude.
Shit, you're a resident at that point.
Bro, it cost me, the Airbnb for 11 days cost me like $850.
But those are the glory days.
Yeah. We're going back. Like, I'm going back like 5 years.
When I traveled over the summer, dude, and I stayed in a hotel, and just because like every Airbnb was like way more expensive.
Yeah.
The only good part about the Airbnbs where I was going is that they were more centralized, like into like where it's like the
location,
like the shit's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like the big hotels were kind of like on the outskirts, and like the Airbnbs were like in the middle, like on the strip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what we did in Key West.
Yeah, Twitch. You ever had any bad experiences with Airbnb, or any experiences with Airbnb you can share with us?
No, I don't travel.
Wow, that was short.
All right.
You on parole, son?
All right.
Yo, bro, it feels like it.
Twitch got to ask somebody before he leaves the state.
It sure feels like it, but nah. Next year, no.
It's sure. Yo, staring at the camera.
Nah,
maybe.
Damn, have you ever had bad service with an Uber Eats driver or something?
Nah,
That's the closest thing I could get to it.
Nah, I'm gonna put you on. Listen. So
have you ever been in an Airbnb?
I was in an Airbnb. All right, so I'll tell you this story. I think I told you guys a story earlier. I'll make it real quick, and then I'll give you another example.
Yeah, come on, hit me, bro.
My cousin, one of my cousins, he had a birthday party a few years back.
Okay,
this was pre-pan shmemmy, so it was lit. Everything was lit, and
in the B&B.
And
you're the reason. Your cousin's the reason why the price went up. I'm gonna tell you right now. Whoever your cousin is, you're the reason why the price went up. You fucked us all, throwing the parties.
Was that
shit.
the party where they was smacking that Asian guy that owned it?
Yeah.
You know, is that the party?
Yeah,
no.
He came home to tell them they couldn't
video
party.
is like viral.
Nah, look. Let me tell you. I'll give y'all some more details because I didn't get crazy. So check it.
Talk to us about your cousin violating this dude's house.
So look. Anybody that knows me knows like I'm not a big like party goer, and I'm usually in and out. So my cousin hits me, yo, I'm having this party at this B&B, blah 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 area, whatever. I said, what you want me to bring? He's like, yo, just bring me whatever. So I go and get 2 bottles of yak. I slide with the yak, right? I slide with the yak.
Slide with the yak.
Yo, bro, I get there, everybody's already a quarter activated. And for all y'all that don't know what activated is, that means that they drink and they 2-step, they smoke, whatever it is they do. We're drug free over here, right, guys? Yes. So, they're activated. I give my cousin the bottles. You know, we have shots to celebrate happy birthday and all that. And then all of a sudden, yo, bro, it's a wave. Like I saw it. It's like everybody lit their blunts at the same time. There was so many blunts lit that I I felt like I was gonna pass out. I had to keep going outside because the smoke was right. I'm like, somebody is a helicopter. The cop's gonna see the shit and think somebody's putting a smoke signal up. There's so much weed coming out of this fucking Airbnb.
That's
Yo,
why
something's on fire in there.
This is why the price went up, bro.
Yo, bro, listen. So it gets
This
better.
is why they make Berto clean up after
This is
himself,
why they
and
made
he's
me
upset.
clean up after myself. I don't care about destroying a hotel.
He's like, I want to be a slob, and they won't let me be a slob. I'm trying to clean nothing, leave shit everywhere.
Yo, look.
but I'm willing to pay for it.
True.
Fuck it.
True.
So look, it gets better.
So you should have just ate the fine or the fees.
Nah, don't
There
eat the
shouldn't
fees.
be a fee.
Don't
You
eat the
should
fees over
sneak
garbage.
it into my fucking bill.
It's just
don't
stupid.
fucking charge me a fee.
So you mean you just want to be like honey dicked a little bit?
Let me ask you a question. You know what's funny is that, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Twiz,
Nah,
but
it's all good.
this is important because I just had this conversation the other day with the fucking Tallero. I went to a tire shop, and he was like $50 or $55. I'm just throwing round numbers. $50 or $50 cash or $55 on the card, right? And the numbers that he gave me were like off. So I'm like, what percentage are you using? Are you just throwing out random numbers? And he's like, oh, I got to pay the thing. And he goes, last year my CPA, my accountant, told me that I spent like $12,000 in these credit card fees, and I shouldn't have to pay for it. So, but in my mind, I don't feel that way.
Yeah, it's your business.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about the cleaning stuff too.
Nah, I would pass it off to the consumer. Increased costs go to the consumer; they don't go to the business.
It's not an increased cost in like your product. It's an increased cost in like
Your charges.
In your transaction charges, that makes sense. Everybody charges a higher percentage for credit card.
yeah, but it's like overhead for me. It shouldn't be charged to the.
No, that's why. You
If it
should
were
just
your
give-
business, you would disagree.
No,
If cups cost more money, or it costs more money to deliver the cups, I'm going to raise the price on the drinks.
that's not what's happening.
It costs more money for the transaction.
They look at it like a convenience fee. It is not a convenience. It's a standard.
Yeah, now it's a standard, yeah. Because if I don't use my card, you're not getting no fucking money, bro, because that's all I got on me.
Because people, it's like you need like more people than have cards on them than the people who have cash on them. I think I could be wrong because
No, that's true. I agree.
No, it's true.
So when people come over to a business, especially something like that, and they don't have the cash on them, people aren't going to go to an ATM. They're going to go to this. When you see one tire shop, there's 30 of them.
Yeah.
You never seen just one lonely tire shop.
Yeah, very
For
true.
whatever reason,
Yeah, they're in a whole district of tire shops.
they're like only allowed to be in like this 2-mile radius where
Yeah.
all the tire shops are.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, right? Unless you're like a Mavis or something. But like,
Yes.
you look at those major companies and like they're not doing it, and they pay the most in that because
They are doing it though. Everywhere charges more money. Doesn't matter where you go.
No.
not
but-
like no, not like I know like they're doing it in like restaurants, but I haven't been to like a major company like that does it. Like,
They just
not,
haven't told you.
They're not doing it at McDonald's.
They just aren't telling you, but it's there.
Yeah, they're definitely not
They
doing
might
it now.
restructure. They might restructure the way they charge people to make up for that money, but it's not a direct charge.
They're just hiding it. So it's like it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Either somebody's saying like, "Hey, bend over," or they're like, "Whoop."
Well, Justin, you ever
Either
heard
way,
the-
you're getting it.
Justin, you ever heard the expression? Kiss me before you fuck me.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
At
it,
least
yeah.
get you a drink. That's it, right?
There you go.
At least buy me a drink.
At least
yeah.
get you a drink.
So that's my thing. I don't think that I get what you're saying, and maybe as a business owner, if I was selling tires, I probably feel like I want you to eat the-
$12,000 a year for that guy? That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but think about all the money that he makes because he has that as an option. All the money he would lose if he didn't have that as an option.
Facts.
He doesn't have to have that.
If you went to cash straight,
He doesn't have
all
to have
those,
that. Just like I don't have to go there.
Yep,
Just I don't
true.
have to use my card there. Like all these things are options. It's a cost of doing business.
Yeah, but he
was insulted when I told him
no,
that.
because it's not a call. I have to completely disagree. Like that's not business. You don't just eat the increased cost. That you don't do that. That's not how a business works. Everybody would go out of business. You
Yeah,
can't.
with certain things you eat that cost, and I don't think that you would eat it if like the product went up, right?
Facts.
If tires went up, that's what he's selling me. He's selling me tires.
so the price goes up.
Yeah, so the price goes up. He's charging me a convenience fee, in my opinion, and I could be wrong. I'm not a business owner, right? I'm not, and none of us are economic majors. But just my opinion.
Speak for
right?
yourself.
And if somebody came with like another version of it, maybe I'd change my mind. I'm not dying on this hill. But for right now, what my opinion is like what a convenience fee is when you pay $1.50 at the vending machine for the small Cokes or for the little Coke, right? In a supermarket, it might be $1, but you're not going to walk around with a 2-liter Coke thing of soda. You want a small one that's going to fit in your hand, it's going to fit in your car, so on. That's a convenience. Me using my card at a store, that's an industry standard. And no matter where I go, the expectation, food trucks, everywhere you go to, the expectation is that I could pay with my card. You can buy drugs with your cards. You could go to the weed dispensary and buy weed on your card.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, what
And what you're saying could be true, right? That all the other companies, they're just working it in with the math. Maybe that's what I prefer. Lie to me and just work it into the price point, just like the cleaning fee. So that way I don't know about it and it becomes a seamless transaction and I just believe that this is what it is.
Okay. Fair enough. I just can't help but think, All right, so he just shouldn't have told you.
You remember...
He should have just increased the price of the service and you'd have been like, fine.
3
if he
years
said
ago
it
it
cost
was
$60 flat, no extra fees, and you'd be like, okay, cool. But because he said it's 50 credit, 50 or 50 cash, 55 credit, you were upset. If you would have said 60 flat, you would have had no problem.
Well, I was never upset, but I just don't believe that I should to pay for that. And if it is included and I don't know about it, then I don't know about it. I can't complain about it. But 3 years ago, they weren't allowed to do this. This just passed.
That's a fact.
Well, that's because they just increased their shit.
That's because inflation is killing
their-
them.
But it's existed before and they were never allowed to do it.
But not like this now. Not like this on transactions. There's I think it's like 5%. It used to be like 3%.
But all I'm saying is that there was always a service fee.
Yes.
The expectation was always that they pay the service fee. Not only was it the expectation, it was like they weren't allowed to charge the customer the fee.
They weren't.
Now something has changed. There's new legislation came down, and now they're allowed to charge us.
True.
So that's another reason why I might feel like I'm slighted or I might be like feel a certain way. Because I'm kind of like, yeah, I wasn't even allowed to do this. Like, who went up there and like changed this now so that way, it's in this other direction.
Yeah, it must have been some lobbyist group or something that represented those people. What's up with the chat? Anything else going on in the
Did
chat?
you guys agree with me out there? Am I?
Nah, Rabs jumped in. He said, I ran a store. Those merchant fees are crazy, not gonna lie. And then Chris was going off. He said, they're definitely not charging you more at the grocery store. And he said, if that were true, they wouldn't be able to tell you a total before you pay. He said, charging more for card is whack. It just means your business is broke. And then he said, that's a damn good point. My dispensary's not charging me more. Your whack-ass restaurant shouldn't be. And then Rabs just said right now, he said the credit card companies are taxing the owners now. So what I do like Berto said, we just work into the price so there's no confrontation.
Yeah, so you just work it into the price and just don't reveal it to the customer, and then
which I still don't. And I'm not saying I necessarily would like enjoy that, but it's like it's unknown, so I don't know. And I guess like what I don't know doesn't hurt me, kind of thing.
Yeah. If you're playing me, keep it on the low. You want the little Mario Winans. You want the Mario Winans treatment.
Yeah, but at the same time, I can empathize for the business owners. You know what I'm saying? Like the fees going up, this being a standard, it's almost like you're holding me hostage. I need this because I need this to survive. You think the taco truck that was on Suffolk Avenue? You remember that? The one? You think that taco truck, if they didn't take cards, they sell as many tacos?
There was nobody in that truck that had papers.
Yeah.
So
they take cards.
All right.
They're ducking everything.
But they take
They're
card.
ducking everything.
They take card.
If you put everybody together in there, you couldn't get one social security number. If you put
But
every
that's not
person
what we're
in there.
talking about.
But they're ducking
You're
all
attacking
taxes.
the straw man. This is irrelevant to our conversation.
But they're ducking all taxes. Period.
Obviously,
So they can afford to do that. They got a school bus where they sell tacos.
that's not the one I'm talking about. But regardless, the taco trucks, and they're not ducking. They if you're using the credit card thing, it's even harder to deduct taxes, right? Because it's all documented what your transactions. So I feel like those are like the most honest companies. But I don't know. But that's just my perspective. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, you could be right, because I'm sure there's a lot of consumers that feel like you. I guess I'm kind of playing devil's advocate. I don't want to be charged more for anything.
Certainly not for doing something that's like the thing. It's like we all do this. This is like we have this, so life could be easier.
Yeah, but I don't think it's their fault. That's my point. I mean, I would charge more. I'd be like, if you're going to use a card, I have to charge more. I'm not spending $12,000 so you can save $2 today. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like that. That's not going to happen. But I don't know. What else we got?
I think, what last thing I'm going to say.
Yeah.
When he told me, like, I spent $12,000 last year, I'm like, that's not much money in like a year for a business. Like
percentage-wise, let's say he makes $200K a year. Right? Let's say he makes that.
That's what the business profits?
I don't know. What do you think they make? You think he's making $2 million?
No, I think they're doing good, though.
But how good? Like $500,000 good?
In profit? After they pay everybody
revenue.
out?
You think they're doing $1 million in revenue?
No. but I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 250.
All right, so if they're doing 250 in revenue, that means they're probably profiting 100 grand after like expenses, overhead, supplies, staffing. He's probably taking.
I'm talking about
I'm talking about
12,000.
come home. I'm talking about like.
So that's profit, not revenue.
Yeah, I'm talking about profit.
Right, profit. Okay, so
That's
you,
what I said.
you think he's making 250 in profit?
I would think that the business brings home 250 in profit. And then
Okay,
Profit?
so
yeah, I would think. Maybe I'm wrong.
Tire shop?
Yeah.
so think about.
Google, Twitch, tell
Yeah,
us.
what's the average? What's the average New York tire shop making?
That's hard.
Nah, there'll be some
There's
kind
a
of
number on there. There's going to be some asshole that's just like us that fucking
Giving us a
publish some
number.
stupid shit on the internet that's not true, and we're going to fucking regurgitate
Nah,
it
because
to
you
our
gotta-
audience.
We
Listen,
do not
bro.
require facts. We just
Yeah,
require something.
just you just Google it and tell us the first fucking thing that comes up. Click the first link, the one that says sponsored, and tell us what it says.
No, it's not telling me. It's not telling me what the business makes. It's only telling me what the salary is.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's irrelevant.
And don't even tell me the salary because I'll leave my career.
Wait, hold on.
They're
Let's see.
making more than the
All right,
FedEx
so
drivers.
look. On average, a small size tire shop in the U.S. can expect to earn a net income of $50,000 to $100,000 per year.
You know what net is? Net is
However,
not gross. That's after tax.
It is crucial to note that this range can vary significantly based on factors such as location, competition, customer base, and overall business management, as well as what we hide from Uncle Sam.
Yeah, and you're talking about one of the if not the most, one of the most densely populated areas.
Yeah,
in
New York.
Long
Yeah, it's
Island.
a fact. Oh, and the most potholes.
Yeah, and
With
this
the
area
most potholes. Yeah, with the most, they definitely have the record for most used tire
yeah,
sales.
and with the most requirement to drive. Like you can't get anywhere on Long Island without driving.
Yeah.
So if they said a 50 to 100,000 in profit,
So we'll say 75.
let's say 200.
Nah, I said it double.
Let's say
that, though.
200.
The average.
Yeah, let's say 200 because
Okay.
they're averaging it with Alabama.
Oh, well, you're
when
talking about yeah,
one
yeah,
person
yeah.
drives by a day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so all right, so I'll say let's say 200,000. Even so, 12 grand is a large. What is that? 5%? A little more than 5%. That's like 6% of their revenue. That's a lot. You're giving away 6% of your money.
No, you're not giving it away. It's an expense, just like your,
It's
just
a
like the
business
light bill
expense.
is.
Yeah.
Just like the fucking cable bill is.
All right.
And
let's stop talking about this one particular thing because when we finally start making money with this podcast,
I don't want this to bite us in the
this
ass.
is gonna haunt us.
Yeah.
This is gonna haunt us when we're like,
know
oh,
what?
you know what? You gotta pay some join the Patreon if you want to get, episode 286.
See?
This one's on the Patreon, and everyone's gonna be like, this is the standard. It's supposed to be the standard. That
It's
give
supposed
you
to be
for
free.
Listen, Justin,
It's
you better not
supposed
go
to
out
be
like
free.
Button, man. You got that head. I'm just saying.
Joe Budden?
Yeah, don't
I'm gonna
go
start
out-
wearing cowboy hats and,
Don't-
and putting a corny ass pistol sound.
Don't go out like Button.
Bro, you see like the video of people going around New York City asking people to name 5 Joe Budden songs, and everybody's like, who? Who?
Yeah. See?
Yeah, they violated him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they violated Joe.
Yeah, they did.
I'm not a
violate
fan
Joe.
of him anyways. I keep interrupting you.
Nah, Joe Budden can spit. Just for the record.
Yeah, nah,
I'm not a fan of his personality.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, exactly. I don't like him as a. After he did my son Rory and Mal, you know what I'm saying. However, whatever happened, I just know. You feel me?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, bro. I can't believe how Melissa Ford still looks.
That's his chick?
No.
He stayed with some
She's
bad
on the
ones.
podcast.
No, she's
now.
on the podcast. That was Flo Rida's chick.
Bro, you remember Melissa Ford? She was one of the first like video vixen bad ones. Her and like what was her name? Who was the Spanish one?
Oh, you're talking
You know
about...
what I'm talking about?
Oh, you talking about Victoria Velez?
No.
Velez, yes, Velez. Yes, Velez.
Yeah,
That's
Velez.
her. She was in the Big Pimpin' video, and she was in. You remember
Was
that
that
was
her name?
Yeah, Velez.
She was the
Velez.
first one with the peach, with the,
The Latino
yammy
one,
on her.
yeah. Her and Melissa Ford was.
Oh,
so,
Gloria Velez, not Victoria. Gloria Velez.
That's
Gloria,
right.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you're right. But Melissa Ford still looks so good, man. I'm like, I cannot believe this.
What was the one? What was that video chick? The Vita something?
Vita
Oh,
Guerra.
Vita Guerra.
Yeah, Vita
Yeah.
Guerra. I thought that's who you guys.
Yeah,
was
Vita
What
Guerra
video
was-
was she even in?
None of the popping ones. She was like, she wasn't like they were getting a significant amount of camera time in the video. Like Melissa Ford was in a lot of them, and so was Gloria Velez.
Every time you say that, I can hear the games rapping in my head. Melissa Ford drive a Honda Accord.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he says something about Gloria Velez in there
he
too.
sure does.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. But I remember everybody back in school. You know, back in school when people used to jump on the computers and they used to pull up like the pictures of shorties, and somebody would always pull up the pictures of like Vita Guerra, and I always used to be like, who is this joint? And where is she from? I've never seen her like in real life ever. I've only ever seen her in like still pictures.
Like Maxim magazine and
Like
Double
she's
XL
not,
shit.
yeah, she's
Bro,
not, she's not a real
even-
person.
Yeah, like she doesn't even exist. Like she was AI before AI.
My phone died, so I need you guys to hook me up with the chat.
I got you.
But yeah, anyways, that was interesting to switch to Joe Budden. Joe Budden.
New Joe Biden.
Yeah,
What else we got? What else you got on that list of yours in that diary, that book of sonnets? What else you got
You
for
want to
us?
see what I got in my book of hymns?
Yeah. What else you
Oh
got?
well,
now?
real quick. We're down to the last 10, but I got something that Spaz has shot into the Discord real quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's up? What do we got?
So it says here, man in prison 16 years for wrongful conviction, fatally shot by a Georgia deputy. It says in Kingsland, Georgia, a man who spent more than 16 years in prison in Florida on a wrongful conviction was shot and killed Monday by a sheriff's deputy in Georgia during a traffic stop, authorities and representatives said. Leonard Allen Cure, 53, was identified by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, which is reviewing the shooting. His death was confirmed by Seth Miller, executive director of the Innocence Project of Florida, which represented Cure in his exoneration case. Miller said he was devastated by the news, which he heard from Cure's family.
Wait.
So here, I just want to look for the amount real quick. It says 2003, 2020, where? So in June, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a claims bill granting Cure $817,000 in compensation for his conviction and imprisonment, along with educational benefits. Miller said Cure, who lived in the suburb of Atlanta, received the money in August. So he had just got that bread, got stopped by the cops, and they clapped his ass.
But
That's
what led to the shooting?
Crazy.
It says here, you when they're free to struggling.
DWB, bro.
I mean,
Shit. You keep
I
your
don't know.
wallet under the seat. That's not a good idea.
Nah, I don't know. I don't
You
even
know
know where
where-
this guy's from.
first off, he just bought that baby cash.
The
Yeah,
car,
100%.
No, the baby. He said, "This ain't my kid. I just bought it cash."
right? Wayfair.
First and foremost,
Was listed as a
don't even
dresser.
say that. Oh my god, no,
That's funny.
no. He said,
I'm just kidding. Wayfair.
I can't imagine as a parent what it feels like. The Georgia Bureau of, so it says the Georgia Bureau of Investigation said a Camden County deputy pulled over a driver along Interstate 95 near the Georgia-Florida line.
Was he driving a Challenger or a Charger?
It doesn't state.
Hellcat.
I bet
It doesn't
you-
state.
I've-
But he definitely was in something that vroom, vroom, vroom. But it says near now you threw me off, along Interstate 95 near the Georgia-Florida line, and the driver got out of the car at the deputy's request. He cooperated at first, but became violent after he was told he was being arrested, a GBI news release said. The agency said preliminary information shows the deputy shocked the driver with a stun gun when he failed to obey commands, and the driver then began assaulting the deputy. The GBI said the deputy again tried using the stun gun and a baton to subdue him, then drew his gun and shot the driver when he continued to resist.
Oh, so he was getting washed.
Yeah, but they said the
Needs
agency
better
didn't say
training.
what prompted the deputy to pull over Cure's vehicle. Says Miller couldn't comment specifically on Cure's death, but said he has represented dozens of people convicted of crimes who were later exonerated. So, my man, here's what happened, man. He pulled him over. My man's had the stack in his lap, counting money on the phone, smoking dope, blowing dope. And he was like, yo, my mans, you know you can't be doing that. He was like, I'm rich, bitch.
I'm rich, bitch.
He's like, I'm gonna need you to step out the car. You got too much cash. I'm gonna need, you know what I'm saying?
He said, pull the window down. He said, it's down enough, sir.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Am I being detained?
Yep.
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay.
Yeah.
No,
Damn. But he did lose his life. I'm not making a joke.
Yeah. No,
You
most
know,
definitely.
it's
jokes
just
here, no
just
jokes
trying to lighten the mood a bit.
No jokes here. That's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But you know what? Honestly, playing devil's advocate, you know, you go to jail for a crime you didn't commit, do a bunch of time, and then someone's threatening you to put you back in jail. I could see why that would put you on edge.
It trigger you a little bit, but
Yeah.
cops need better training, man. They need better training. Dude.
Yeah, because the way that reads is like this guy was getting the better of that cop, and he tried to tase him. He kept getting washed, and then he just pulled.
and then
out
he
his
used the
gun.
baton. Since when does clubbing a person ever stop them? It's gonna make them fight more because now you're beating the shit out of them with a weapon.
I don't know if you guys ever been hit with a baton, but that shit hurts.
I haven't been hit with a baton, but I have been hit with a baseball bat, and that shit hurts too.
Yeah, I've been hit with a baseball
And-
bat.
Yes, and it did not. Yeah, yeah, I hit with a baseball bat right in the mouth,
Ooh,
right
I
in
didn't
the
get.
teeth.
I got
Oh.
shot in the face with a BB gun.
By my coach.
I got hit with like
It wasn't
a
during
backswing,
an assault.
but that it wasn't hard.
Now I got whacked right in the mouth, bust my lips open, both of them. But
Sick.
yeah, anyway.
like
Yeah, that's
Peter
terrible.
Guerrero at the end of
Prayers for that family. I mean, geez, to do 16 joints and survive and then come out and get popped, that's terrible.
Come out and get a bunch of bread, and then get shot.
Yeah, 817,000, and you just got it in August. You
They
didn't
gave
even,
you that a million. That's $1 million.
Bro, that money-
800,000. Nah, they taxed the shit out of that. He came home with like 400 bands.
Nah. They put that 817. That's probably what he came home with after it was all said.
You know,
and
he
done.
took all that shit out of cash.
Yeah, he was.
He said, "No,
Lump
not
sum.
give me it all."
They're like, well, we typically don't recommend that. You should probably see a financial advisor. He said, I want it in a duffel bag.
Yeah, bring it over to that Hellcat outside.
Yeah, and when you bring it to me, call me Rico.
Yeah.
Don't call me no other name.
You got 12 in that bag right there?
Hey, you got 12 bricks in that bag right there?
Yo,
I think it was 16
man.
bricks, right? 16.
Nah, that's crazy, man.
That is crazy.
That's terrible, man. Prayers
That
to the
is
family.
terrible.
Bro, that money still had the new money smell on it.
We didn't even get to talk about what we were going to talk about with Britney Spears and her tell-all book.
Oh, that's
We
right.
didn't
The
talk
tell-all
about the
book.
JT thing.
Touch on it real quick. Go.
Allegedly,
Let's get it.
Yeah, allegedly Britney Spears is going to write some kind of biography type book where she's talking about different events of her life, and some of those events cross-reference Mr. Justin Timberlake, who's currently has some children with a nice, talented young lady by the name of Jessica Biel. And I think some of the details that are in that book about their relationship probably won't reflect well on him based on his reaction, it seems. So we'll see.
allegedly, they're saying that she may or may not have gotten pregnant by him in 2000.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really get why that's the biggest deal in the world. I mean,
That's what happens when you're fucking somebody.
yeah.
I think because people are just so up in arms about like schmishmorshmans.
Yeah, but that was a
Yeah.
different. I mean, I think it's for the time too, because now they be talking about. Glorilla literally just quoted the other day and said
Oh yeah,
they were like,
That's
"Yo,
crazy."
They were like, "Yeah, Sexy Red is having a baby, so Glorilla, you next." And she was like, "I don't know why y'all keep saying my name." No, she said, "You know that I be in that place so much, I got a membership."
But that's that ratchet rap shit, female shit that I don't. That
Oh, you think that's a lie?
No, that's 100% true.
Oh, I
Thank
believe
you.
it.
Thank
I
you.
believe that
Okay.
110%.
Just making sure.
Didn't she have a bar where she's like, I keep 500 on me before I ever have a kid by you or some shit?
No,
like
no,
that?
no.
What is it?
That's Mulatto. She said I pay that 500 if I ever trap you. That was Mulatto. And
Yeah,
Lord
yeah,
have
it's
mercy.
so crazy.
But listen,
What?
listen, Glorilla is the same
women
joint.
don't like these songs. It's impossible that women are listening to this kind of music and say like, "Yo, I love that shit."
Nah, they love it.
It's brainwashing.
No,
bro.
they love it.
It's
They can't
brainwashing.
like it,
Bro,
That
what-
doesn't make them feel the way robbery music makes me feel.
What?
Do you think that makes them feel the way, like
Yes.
the way we listen to Jadakiss, the way we listen to the Locks? Do you think that's the way, like,
Nah, 'cause the kids don't
makes
listen-
women feel?
Yo, sometimes I'll listen to the Locks and make me feel like I got work in the car.
That's what I'm saying,
Bro, but
you
but
think
these
they
kids-
listen to this music and they just feel like they gotta like go out and slut out?
Yo, my man's, listen to me. Look. These kids don't listen to the Locks. They don't. I was just having a conversation with one of my coworkers yesterday, literally yesterday, and I was playing songs. I was playing "Teach Me How to Love, Show Me the Way to." You guys know that song, right?
Show me the way to the
Exactly. So I'm like, yo, bro, I said, you got to play songs like this for your lady. I'm playing mad different love songs. And he's like, yo, I never heard this song before. I never heard that. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I said, that's the problem with you young boys. All y'all want to do is get in there and hump. I'm like, you got to make love to it sometimes. You got to make love to it. And he was like, nah, bro, I'm trying to get in and get the fuck out. And I'm like, see, this is the problem with y'all.
Yeah,
so
he's
yes,
like, listen to this.
yeah.
This shit hard right here.
Yeah. Nah,
Terrible.
I pop a perk. That's all they hear is I pop a perk. I fuck your bitch. You blowing up a phone while she's like, that's all they care about. So when
just
Mulatto
freestyle
said, nah, I didn't. But when Mulatto said, I'll pay that 500 if I ever trap you, all the women were like, yeah, because we don't want his baby. Meanwhile, y'all all got babies
I don't know.
by Negroes. And that's all I'm saying.
How do you feel about Aiden Ross dropping the N-bomb on stage with Chief Keef?
I felt like that was hilarious.
He gave him the pass. He said, just say it. Say it, nigga, say it.
I think this has become hilarious to me.
Yeah, that shit is a joke.
Yo, there's certain dudes that hold the key to the streets.
Yeah.
And they could just go ahead and W. It's like being knighted now in
Yeah.
hip hop. It's like being knighted. Like Aiden Ross got down and was like, my liege. And he was like, you could say it. He tapped him with the mic. He popped up and said it.
I watched I seen a clip from the stream for that night that they were like in a I think it was like before the performance. It could have been after the performance. I don't know. They're in a casino and he's watching Aiden play blackjack. And Aiden's like playing and he like gives him. He's like, yo, here, like play this. Like he gives him some money. He makes like 30 racks for Chief Keef and he's like, all right, we're gonna cash out. And he brings Chief Keef to the thing and he just cashes him out 30 racks.
Wow. Yeah, Chief Keef was like, yeah.
He said,
he's
yeah,
like,
you're gonna say it
I'm about to
tonight.
change your life tonight.
He said, yeah, I'm gonna let you say that. I mean, you want what do you want? He said, what do you want the most in this world? He's like, well, I wish I really. You think
I can't say it. I can't say. You know what? Maybe Chief Keef was like, write it down.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? Write it down.
And he just wrote and pass.
Yeah, and he's like, that's it. I got you, bro. We're
One
gonna do it
time?
in public.
Yeah. He said, you sure you got the power from Chicago? On phone them. That's what he
Right.
said.
Oh, phone them.
On phone them. I'm gonna give you the pass, and you can say it.
Yo, that is funny as hell, bro.
That is fucking jokes. On phone them.
Yo, Aiden Ross is pretty well liked by some pretty popular people. You see that what Drake did for him on his birthday?
No, what Drake do for him?
Drake rented out an entire Dave & Buster's for him in Miami. Because he hit Drake like, yo, how can I rent out a Dave & Buster's? Like, I need a contact. It's such short notice. Like, do you have any contacts? And he says, then Drake puts me in a group chat with some guy I don't know. And he's like, yo, I need to book this Dave & Buster's or whatever. And he's like, where? He's like, yo, in Miami. He's like, all right, I got you. And he's like, all right. He's like, it's for Aiden Ross, but I'm going to pay for the whole thing. He's like, so just lock it down.
I seen them talking about this on the No Jumper News where they were arguing about does Aiden Ross have a bigger reach than Drake? And that is Drake just doing that for that reason because Aiden has a bigger reach. And
I don't think he has a bigger reach. I think that he has a direct pipeline to a fan base that can expand for Drake. Drake has always been very good at this. He finds somebody that's popping in a demographic that he may not be, and he pulls them in. He did it with the UK when he got with the Gigs record. He did it, doing all those like Caribbean records that he was doing. Mm-hmm. He linked with
21.
everybody.
You linked with 21?
With 21. So he got Atlanta and all that. He linked with
was obviously with Wayne
Houston
and
rappers, with UGK, got down with them, got the
Or
respect from.
samples.
Yeah. He's like J-Lo's dating strategy. You know?
Yeah.
Like you try
Yeah.
to pop in a market, link with the person that's popping the most.
That's a fact. I will say this much. There was a comment, because, I'm a comment creeper.
and we're talking about
creeper.
Aiden Ross.
Yeah, I'm a comment creeper. So when they posted the video, one of the comments was like, yeah, Aiden Ross could say the N-word that one time. He's cool. He said he done did more for the N-words around him than N-words around him. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, you know what? They were talking about Speed. They were talking about Kai. They were talking about like all the guys that he had around that he was just like putting on and doing stuff with.
Definitely Speed.
So
Kai
Yeah, Kai.
too. Kai just bought him two. I think he just bought him two
APs.
Two APs, bro.
Yeah, but Kai's not. He didn't come up with Aiden. I'm sure they're close, but his upbringing is like different. They're with like a different. He came up with a different group of people.
But linking with him, I'm sure
Hell
snowballed his
Hell
following.
Grows platform.
Kai's the biggest. He was the biggest. I don't know. Sure.
Yeah,
That was rude.
that's the hour though.
No, it's what I meant.
Look, you saw how I segued? That's the hour though.
That was rude.
No. I'm sorry if that came off as rude. That wasn't my intention.
You can pick what we eat then. I feel like we're in the drive-thru.
No.
You're like,
My argument is
fine.
that I don't really have too much. I don't know. I don't know if these are facts I'm about to spit, but I'm pretty sure like Kai's upbringing, like his up thing, because I don't really watch the streamers. I'm aware of who they are.
You mean
but his like come
like
up,
his rise?
Yeah, was with like he was like a New York a streamer. Like that's why he's with all the people from AMP, because he moved to Georgia with all those guys. They got all together and they kind of came up. You know, I know he was already big when he got to Georgia with the AMP people, because he wasn't always a streamer. He was doing skits first, Kai.
I don't really know much about the history.
Yeah, he wasn't a streamer at first. He was doing skits. And then he started doing going live streaming. I think Phantom always says that he put him on. He was like telling him like, "Yo, why don't you live stream? You should live stream." Phantom's another dude from New York who live streams, and like they all kind of came up and like at the same point. I know they were big when they came together, but I think like that's like their story arc. But where Speed is more directly influenced by Aiden, because Speed wasn't big at all when Aiden picked him up, and he brought him to LA and fucking put him on the game. Same thing with that other dude from Chicago. What's his name? Twiz, Tron or some shit like that. The dude with the dreads from Chicago. He straight up moved him, got him an apartment, got him a computer, and was like, "Yo, you could just like do this apartment's paid for the next year." just like do your thing and like.
Damn, that's so dope.
So yeah, Aiden's definitely done a lot for a lot of people, but and I'm sure he's done. That's why I didn't want to say it, because I'm sure there's shit that I just don't know about that maybe he really did do for Kai, and I'm just hating. You know, that's why I was kind of like, you know what, never mind.
Yeah,
because I don't know.
You know what? Sure.
Yeah, because I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know.
So anything in the chat that we should touch on before? I wanted to talk about Sniper Wolf too, man.
Oh, okay.
And how hot she is, but I think that's it. We're good. We could touch on that.
So
next week.
SS Sniper Wolf's hot.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, apparently Sniper Wolf got, she was in some hot water for a weird video that resurfaced of her kind of enticing young men to do, twerk dancing and stuff, and they appear to be very young apparently, and she was sending them like explicit stuff, like saying she was going to show them her breasts and shit like that if they did this, and so people were like, that's gross. Those kids look young for her to be like, manipulating them like that or whatever. And then she doxed another YouTube creator that was making a lot of content, making fun of her and stuff. So she was out in front of his house where she was doing a shoot nearby his house. She's like, I'm right by your house. She goes in front of his house, posts a video of her in front of his house, shows the front of his house with the address and everything on her story. And she has millions upon millions of followers. She gets hundreds of millions of views monthly on her YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what's crazy is that if a dude did that to her,
very good point.
A completely different story.
He'd be in jail right now.
Yeah. Yo, they kicked Gideon off of fucking Twitch because he sent his fucking his chat into Pokemon's fucking into Pokemon's live stream.
Oh, to like flood
bullying. Yeah. So like they bullied her and they kicked him off. He's still not on Twitch. And they're friends now. They do content together and he's still not back on Twitch.
Wow. What's up in the chat? Twiz, anything that we need to catch up on?
Nah, not much. Just Bubby jumped in and said, "What's up?"
Yo.
Rabs was talking about the Yeet feature, which was huge.
Yeah, the Yeet feature was huge.
And Christoph was correcting and confirming. He said it was Jack's Films, by the way, that she doxed. It wasn't a.
Who did I say it was?
I would be lying if I said I could recall.
Oh.
I don't know who you said.
Maybe I just said another creator. Yeah, it was Jack's Film. Sorry if I said the wrong thing.
I didn't even know who she doxed. But yeah, it would have been a totally different thing if it would have been like a dude doxing her, which would be like, I'm alone, I'm a female.
Yeah. They would have made it sound predatory.
Yeah.
Now here they're just making it sound inconvenient. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. When you have, look what happened when Kai said he was doing a giveaway. They took over the city because of his following. Like, if somebody says, hey, and people are nuts over a person like Sniper Wolf. People watch her. People think they know her. She's got a very...
People probably convinced her in a relationship with her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's got a very male-based demographic, I'm sure, because she's hot, does cosplay and stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of into that stuff now, that cosplay stuff.
Yeah, but that's how they get their money.
Kind of into it. Can't front.
I like
so
where
anybody
you're
out there,
I like where this podcast is taking you. You're going to pick up a controller any day now.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm going to pick up a controller and I'm going to be dressed like fucking, what's his name? Ryan Reynolds' character.
Deadpool?
Deadpool. I'm going to be like Deadpool.
Nah, you see what happened? I said the other day, I'm like, yo, bro, that Slim is coming out. I might sell a joint. And he was the first one like, yo, how much?
Justin was like, how much do you want for your PlayStation?
Yeah, man. I was like, I might get it, bro. I might get it. I might be playing 2K out here. I don't know. We're going to see what's up.
Spider-Man drops on Friday. It's lit.
And my entertainment center actually has a very specific area that's designed for a gaming console. So we'll see. I'm taking baby steps, Chris, Spaz, you guys got to welcome me in with open arms, all right? If you guys can't make fun of me, all right?
One thing about our community is that whenever somebody repents, we're like fucking Christianity. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
you can touch a kid and we'll move you. You can fucking You can hate on us, and if you ask for forgiveness, we will let you in.
See, now I might join the gang. You guys got to jump me in. You got to baptize me in
in a Call of Duty lobby.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, we'll put you in a fucking lobby.
All right, I'll think about it. I'll consider it because I have considered it. I just really don't have the time, so I don't want to. It's not cheap to get involved in that.
No, that's the thing about this is my whole, and then we could end the show because I know we're over. This is my whole entire thing about games right now. It's like I'm like chasing something that I don't believe can exist anymore. Like I'm chasing like the good old days of like me, all my friends being online, playing a video game together, just having a good time. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, I think like everybody just has their own lives going on and nobody has that much time. Like this was back in the day where, you know, you played for 4 hours. So the odds of one of your boys being on for an hour is pretty likely within those 4 hours, you know, and so on and so forth. Like now I just don't get that anymore. So like if you picked it up and was like, I don't really understand it, it wouldn't be that big of a deal for me because it's almost like that for me right now. Like I'm almost like, I find myself playing a lot more single player games because like, you know, Twiz doesn't want to play Diablo with me. No big deal.
Damn.
Don't even do that. I caught Payday and that shit was trash.
I made sure.
Basura.
Go ahead.
Should we start like a Masters and None server?
Like to play a video game?
Yeah, bro. What's up?
You want to do a co-op storyline game?
What's up?
With all of us? I would 1,000% do that. We can pick a game that's co-op that pick like one person will like hold the storyline and like multiple people could come in and assist with the storyline. I don't know what game that would be, but we could if you're legit want to do that, I'd do that 100%.
Yeah, now I'm going to suck. I got to be honest. Pause. But I'm going to be terrible.
The games and most games are not about like, you know, good or bad.
Yeah, but I will get good. Believe you me.
You
And
want one shitter in the group.
good. That'll be
You
me.
want one shitter because everybody gets it. That's how you have fun, have a good time.
Yeah.
And most of the time, that's me. I'm the shitter.
Well, you're going to have a replacement.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Right.
We'll see what
And,
the future holds for us. Give us your recommendations in Discord. Get any co-op fun, you know, pick up and plays.
Before we go, I want to give a shout out to the NY Barber. Johnny, bless me. Hit me with that camera, Twiz. Come on. I'm shouting out the barber.
Got you, baby.
Come on, baby. Let me get this mic out of the way. Look at this. Are you kidding? Look at this. I'm a new man.
It's glorious.
You know, I'm a new man. You know what a good job he did? I must have been looking rough. Yo, my phone didn't even recognize me. It took me like 6 tries to unlock my phone. I was like, Jesus, I must have looked like shit. My phone was
His
like,
facial ID didn't work.
who is this? You stole this homeless man's phone.
That's just, you know,
Part of
a
it.
testament to iPhone's facial recognition functionality.
Don't you dare take that as an opportunity to attack Apple. Don't you dare.
And on that note, we get into today's episode.
Don't you dare. All right, this guy, I threw him a lob.
Masters of None, episode 177. All of our episodes.
77?
171. Episode 171. All of our episodes are archived on most platforms. Audio episodes on audio platforms. Video episodes are going to be on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. Live stream on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. Join the Discord. Join the Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord
Links
is
in the
right.
description.
We're also, you can watch video versions on Spotify as well. So we have many options. So if you're not watching, that means you're not down with the team.
Facts.
All right, so make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, notifications so every time we go live, you don't miss an episode. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Twiz, what you got for the people, man?
Hey, man, tip your waitresses. You heard? Peace.
Or stay your broke ass home.